Eala, tough competitor, says Coco Gauff after Dubai quarterfinal match. Filipina ace Eala got the boot in the WTA 1000 Dubai Tennis Championships quarterfinals after falling to two-time Grand Slam champion Coco Gauff of the US. Eala has 3 top 10 wins in her resume heading to her quarterfinal match against world number 4 Coco Gauff in the Dubai Tennis Championships. Just 2 days ago, Eala shocked 8th-ranked Jasmine Paolini in the second round. The Filipina started her giant-slaying ways last year, when she beat then-world number 5 Madison Keys and number 2 Iga Swiatek in Miami. But late Thursday evening, February 19th, Eala struggled to get anything going and was unable to add Gauff to the statistic as she absorbed a 0-6, 2-6 loss to end her Dubai campaign. Coming off stellar wins against Paolini and veteran Sorana Cîrstea, the 47th-ranked Eala could not hit her mark against the two-time Grand Slam champion. As Eala targeted Gauff's weaker forehand side at the onset, it was the Filipina who botched her shots from that wing, which made up the bulk of her 15 unforced errors in the opening frame. Gauff connected on her forehand, delivering 5 of her 9 winners off that side as she did not allow Eala any breathing room in the set. But as Gauff raced to a 4-0 lead in the second, she knew that when facing Eala, the battle was far from over. Alex is a tough competitor. Even when I was up, I knew she can come back at any given moment. I've seen her do it, said Gauff during the post-match on-court interview. Indeed, Eala gave her a bit of trouble late in the second set, sending her throngs of Filipino fans into a frenzy. Eala finally held serve in the 5th game and consolidated with a break as Gauff wobbled with 2 of her 8 double faults, another struggle in the 21-year-old American's game. But fueled by the momentum of her previous match against Elise Mertens, where she saved 3 match points and prevailed despite committing 16 double faults, Gauff quickly shut the door on Eala's comeback attempt as she took the next 2 games for the victory. In all, Gauff churned out 15 winners while limiting her unforced errors to just 19 in the swift 67-minute match that once again kept the Filipino fans up late as it ended early Friday morning, February 20th, Manila time. Eala, on the other hand, spewed 33 unforced errors to just 8 winners. Despite playing against a highly partisan crowd, Gauff sees the positive effect this has on tennis. I'd like to thank Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport. I really appreciate it. It's great, she said. I know it's tough when you're playing against a home crowd, but I think it's great for the sport. So keep being enthusiastic and keep rooting for your player. Gauff will now head to her 13th WTA 1000 semifinal, where she will face world number 9 Alina Svitolina. Like most sports writers, Jan Ballesteros once dreamed of becoming a professional hooper. But he learned the hard way that it's not for everyone. He continues to be involved in the sport he loves, but this time as a member of the PBA press corps. Aside from primarily covering the PBA, he is also assigned to cover Highll's Pilipinas. Eala, the fighter who made the world take notice. By any measure of tennis excellence, the quarterfinal match between Eala, and Coco Gauff at the 2026 Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships was one-sided in score, but it was rich with narrative and character that transcended a result. In the desert lights of the Aviation Club Tennis Center, a 20-year-old Filipina showed the world that even when the scoreboard doesn't reflect it, her presence and potential leave a lasting impact. The quarterfinal for the ages. In context, Eala's journey to the quarterfinals of a WTA 1000 event was already a story worth telling. Earlier in the tournament, she defeated higher-ranked players such as Jasmine Paolini and Sorana Cîrstea, demonstrating clean, relentless tennis, proving to the world that she is not a flash in the pan but a serious competitor on the WTA Tour. Yet when she faced Coco Gauff, the world number 4, the gulf in experience and consistency showed in the scoreline, 6-0, 6-2 in favor of the American. But as Gauff herself said afterward, Alex is a tough competitor. Those are not hollow words from a champion. They are an acknowledgement of presence, spirit, and the kind of tenacity that every champion respects. More than a scoreline. On paper, the final numbers look convincing. Gauff dominated with a clean, controlled performance. But within those sets were pockets of resistance from Eala, moments where momentum swung, where the crowd erupted, and where belief soared, if only briefly. At 4-1 in the second set, Eala held serve and even broke Gauff's momentum, sending Filipino fans into wild cheers and proving that at this level, she can make an impact on world-class opponents. For athletes like Eala, this is more than a loss. It is a lesson in positioning herself among the elite of the sport. Her own reflections after the match, downloaded from the anxiety of defeat and repurposed into fuel for growth, show maturity beyond her years. She acknowledged a gap between her and a player of Gauff's caliber, but framed it not as a limitation, but as a measurable goal to work toward. Coco Gauff's respect, what it means. When a top-ranked player like Coco Gauff speaks about an opponent with respect, it carries weight. Not just praise for performance on the day, but respect for years of work, resilience, and competitive spirit. Gauff said she knew Eala could come back at any given moment, a testament not to Eala's score but to her presence in the match. This recognition does more than flatter. It confirms that Eala is no ordinary rising star. She is increasingly a player who enters matches not as a public favorite, but as a genuine competitor, someone capable of influencing how the best prepare and perform. For Gauff to note that, especially in a high-stakes quarterfinal at a major WTA event, signals that Eala's reputation is not just regional but global. And it wasn't only about tenacity in rallies, it extended off the court. After the match, Gauff thanked Eala for bringing a new demographic of fans to the sport, a clear indication that Eala's influence stretches beyond tennis tactics. It touches culture, community, and the growth of tennis in new territories. A crowd that believed. One of the defining features of this match was the fervor of the fans. The court was packed, and the sounds were unmistakably for Eala, a home crowd atmosphere thousands of miles from her native Philippines. The crowd wanted not just a good match, they wanted a moment, a story to tell. Cheering every point as though the score were closer is indicative of belief, and belief is the currency of big sports moments. Gauff handled it with class, noting that playing against a crowd that favored Eala was great for the sport. Her graciousness highlighted what this match symbolized, not just competition between two athletes, but an expanding global interest in women's tennis. Beyond Dubai, what comes next for Eala? Losing in Dubai does not stop Eala's rise. In fact, it may be a critical stepping stone. A quarterfinal placement in a WTA 1000 event earns valuable ranking points and prize money, helping her move up the ladder and earn better seedings, which in turn sets her up for deeper runs in future tournaments. More importantly, playing under major stadium lights against an established star like Gauff adds to